This is Search for Tomorrow. This portion brought to you by Camay. Camay is rich, cleansing lather, helps you have your most beautiful complexion at every age.
Hi. Oh, hi. Well, you don't look very happy, Joe. What's up?
Just got some things on my mind.
Friend or foe?
Martin,
Oh. Did he upset you?
not intentionally. He meant to be very tender.
Well, that's the way you want it, isn't it?
He wants me to move to New Orleans.
Well, I always... He what?
He wants me to move to New Orleans so we can spend more time together.
Oh. Just like that. Move to New Orleans.
Just like that.
Uh-huh. Well, is that a proposal or just an old-fashioned proposition?
It's not either. It's well, kind of a gesture.
A gesture. Is that some kind of a new approach?
Now, Stu, you know Martin. He lives differently. He's never even thought about settling down or getting married.
Yeah, I know. I'm beginning to wonder why.
He is a lovely man. He's thoughtful and kind.
Yeah, sure. I wish he'd decide whether he wants to live your kind of life or his.
Yes, so do I. Well, there's no point even talking about it. It's all academic anyway.
Is it?
Of course it is. I am a member of the city council. But there's Susie. She has to stay in school. And I just happen to be half owner of this inn. I can't just walk away from my life.
No.
The Guiding Light. This portion is presented by Cascade with sheeting action and by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves you feeling cleaner.
Bill called me last night after 11 o'clock from Zurich.
After 11? That must have been 5 o'clock in the morning in Switzerland. What was he doing up so early?
Oh, honey, I have no idea, but he sounded so excited about coming home today.
Did he say anything about a side trip to Paris, or whether he'd found any evidence that Alan had supported Roger during his stay?
No, he didn't. And I was not about to ask him about it. Well,
Good morning. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, fellas?
Oh, still asleep, I think.
Better give you some coffee then.
Yeah, great, thanks.
That'll wake you up. Well, how's Morgan doing with her studies, dear?
She's okay.
Yeah, you must have come in rather late last night. I heard you drive away at one point, but
Yeah,
I must have been asleep when you came back.
I did some studying for a while and couldn't sleep, so I just went up for a drive.
Excuse me. Dr. Bauer. Hi, Rita. Hey, what are you doing up so early? I figured you'd want to sleep late today, see? It's your last day before you start work tomorrow.
Well, I would have, but Evie called me at the crack of dawn, so... Ed, would it be all right if we came over and used the pool this morning? I'd like to get a little bit more sun in before I have to go back to working inside all the time.
Well, of course. And listen, why don't you and Eve plan on staying for lunch here, too? The refrigerator's full of food. You know where everything is. And listen, in the future, you don't have to ask me about these things. You know, I still think of this house as yours as well as mine, you know.
Thank you.
So, what time can I expect you here?
Oh, I don't know, in an hour or so.
Great. I'll probably see you then, because I'll have to do some paperwork before I go to the hospital.
Okay, well, thank you again.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, it sounds like the pool's going to be rather crowded this morning.
Well, who's going to come over besides Rita and Eve?
Well, Hope called me up last night and asked if it would be all right for Alan to bring Philip over. He spent the night over there last night.
No.
No. You gonna be around to play lifeguard this morning?
No, I don't think so. Got a pretty full day ahead of me. I have some major decisions to make.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by delicious mountain-grown Folgers. Mountain-grown for rich flavor. And by Mild Ivory Liquid, the dishwashing liquid with long-lasting suds.
Franny, what are you doing here?
Looking for you?
I don't like you being out here by yourself. It could be dangerous. What did you do? I went back to the copter to disconnect the radio and pick up some electronic parts I need to complete the security system.
Your nearest neighbor 70 miles away.
Don't worry, someone might spot the copter and decide to investigate, but once the system is in place, no one will be able to get near the house if I don't want them to. Come on, let's go back to Dreams Inn. We're safe.
What's that?
Part of the security system I'm installing. It'll be ready by tonight. Then I'll be able to stop anyone who comes too close to Dreams End.
Maybe I should check on Douglas, make sure he's still in the base. No, we mustn't alert him to anything. If he ever realized... Douglas.
Hey.
Thought you were downstairs.
Yeah, I was, but I needed some more parts to fix the generator.
Where were you?
Come on, take this off. I went to the helicopter to get them. Careful.
Honey. What happened to your hair?
It's no big deal. I just scraped it on some rocks.
Douglas, do you have some disinfectant or something?
Oh, yeah, I have everything in here. I'm prepared for any emergency.
Here, let me do it.
Huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I should get back downstairs.
What happened? He disconnected the radio before I even got to the copter. We're never, ever going to get away from him. Oh, honey, don't even think that. We have to keep our hope. He's working on some sort of security system. He said that once it's activated, no one will ever be able to get in or out of here alive.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Can I come see you tonight?
Sure you can. I've invited Mom and Nancy for supper.
Don't worry about it. I won't stay long.
You'll stay and eat with us.
I will.
Well, unless you don't want to.
I can't think of anything I want to do more.
Good.
Maybe we're going to be able to work things out, you think?
Well, we've worked worse things out. I have to go. I have to pick up Mom.
Hey, Rachel.
What?
Oh, baby. Oh, darling. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, so good to have you home.
It's good to be home, Mac.
You don't know how I had been raging at you.
I missed your rages.
You did?
I missed everything about you. But, darling, we still have to settle some things.
What things?
We talk about him tonight, all right? Good night.
Me up. Filling for my sons there at school. Next time, call first.
I'm here to see you.
I don't know you. Oh, good morning, Detective. What can I do for you?
It's Commissioner Bo Buchanan. And you are ready for it.
Commissioner? Well, I'm guessing you're not here with the welcome wagon.
Oh, you got that right.
You'll have to excuse me. When I face the authorities, I like to have my pants on.
Well, I spoke to the Dayton Police Department. And the only reason you're not in prison right now is because of a technicality.
Yeah. Innocence.
Then it should be easy for you to keep your nose clean. Because you're on my turf now. And if you hurt your sons or your ex-wife, you're gonna have to answer to me.
My ex. So that's why you're here. Inez done snagged herself a cop in shining armor.
Hey, she's my assistant.
Oh, and I bet she asked you to have this little chat with me. What did she say that I did to her this time?
She didn't even have to give me a reason. I could see how upset she is that you're here.
So you decided to harass me based on her poor me routine? That is classic Inez. Look, when we were married, and we would have an argument, as married people do, would she run to one of her girlfriends? No. She would go whining about how terrified she was to some guy and begging him to be her hero.
You don't know me, and you don't want to.
Commissioner, if I may, you're here to warn me, right? Well, let me return the favor. My ex has a strategy, okay? And you're falling for it. Hook, line, and stinker. Look, Commissioner, I am squeaky clean, all right? Now, I have barely left this apartment since I got here, and I certainly haven't broken any laws.
Are you sure about that? Because someone gave your son a hell of a beating, landed in the hospital. I'm not here to talk about Inez. I'm here to warn you. Watch your step.
She tell you I kicked her out? That I forced her to leave James and Bobby behind? Is she singing that old tune?
Actually, she needed a job. I gave her one.
Yeah, because of her office skills, right? No, you hired her because she was hot. I know.
You know, the more you talk, the harder I'm gonna work to get you out of this town.
I didn't beat up Bobby, but I would sure as hell like to know who did, and I am flattered that you think that I could take him on. Look, I got no gripe with my boys.
That's good. And let's keep it that way. And you keep your hands off James, too. And don't even think about going near Inez.
So tell me, Commissioner, how does your wife feel about you and Inez?
When you're driving your car, I want you to take a look in the rearview mirror, because you're gonna see me or one of my officers right there. You stop for gas, we'll be there. You decide to cross the street against the light, we're on it. Because I'm gonna be watching every move you make. And if I don't like the direction you're headed, then I am gonna make your life so miserable But you're gonna regret you ever came to this town.
Oh, man, the intruder is gonna love this one. Hey, don't you know what the red light means?
I know exactly what the red light is.
Then what are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing here? This room is only to be signed out to staff photographers.
Yeah, well, I checked with somebody. Protocol is not very clear.
What is this? What is this? I want an answer.
I have to admit, it's not a bad shot.
Would you care to explain this?
Well, there's nothing sinister, if that's what you mean.
I want the truth. Are you following Galen Henderson again?
Hey, let's not jump on somebody else's paranoia
Are
bandwagon.
you going to deny it?
I certainly am.
All right, then fine. Then why don't you tell me what you're doing in here, developing a picture of her with Trevor Dillon?
Have you checked the research board lately?
Why don't you save me the trip?
Well, you know that article on female candidates before the election? The Year of the Woman? That was your idea, wasn't it?
What does that have to do with you?
Well, there was no staff photographer available for Ms. Henderson's press conference. Well, she's a major candidate and a major woman, so...
So you shot this for tempo.
Well, she is going to factor into the article, isn't she?
In other words, you just took it upon yourself to borrow company camera equipment and you shot a few pictures.
Any harm in that?
You've invaded Galen Henderson's space more than once. She's asked you to stay away from her.
No. She did not know I was there, I swear. I have done nothing wrong.
You have violated company rules.
Oh, gee, hey, I'm really sorry. No, listen. It won't happen again, all right?
It better not.
But listen, I want your honest opinion here. This right here would make a fantastic cover, don't you think? Huh? I mean, I'm pretty handy with a camera, aren't I?
Whether you captured the moment or not is not the issue here.
Okay. I was overzealous this morning, I admit it, but I did it because I love my job, all right? It's not very pretty out there on the unemployment line.
You better watch your step. You do your job, period.
Yes, ma'am.
You're already on shaky ground as it is.
I've done nothing wrong. Ask anybody who works with me. They're all crazy about me.
I'll do that. Oh. I don't think we'll be needing this for the magazine.